I'd like to see. Oh, okay. We move straight into champ select, and it's already kind of locked in. I was gonna say I would like to see the Jarvan either banned or taken away from Troll Petrol, because it has been the only jungler that Secluded Pathos has played in this entire event. So I'd like to see if he can, if he can do anything on other champions. And we can see here he is locked in the Wukong in that second round of picks. So he's R4 on the Wukong. I am not a top lane connoisseur, unfortunately, so I can't quite tell you what the Kled and Fiora matchup is. But we can see the Troll Petrol clearly picked that. They've left that round 5. I don't know if they won the coin toss either, so they picked red side. We could maybe get an answer for that from one of the players in chat, but they've clearly prioritized making sure they got. I'm assuming it's probably a winning matchup for them, right? Last pick
all
of the
I'm
game.
gonna say is that the Jarvan can't do anything in this game. I think that's a horrible pick here.
Yeah.
Technically, he can get on the Vel'Koz, but like that's the only person Poppy should actually protect in this comp. So that's going to be terrible.
No, I think it's rough for sure. In team fights, it's going to be quite difficult for him to get. I mean, the Cataclysm, you could be right. It will lock down. It will lock down the Vel'Koz, but I believe that this is actually a Vel'Koz bot. It's a Vel'Koz AP carry, and they actually have Z-Man on the Corki in mid lane. Okay. If the name tags are to be believed, so. In that sense, so if we look up just the individual matchups, so Kled Fiora, you got J4 versus the Wukong, and then we've got Echo in the mid lane up against the Corki, and then Caitlyn and Braum up against Vel'Koz and Poppy. So let's focus a little bit on the mid lane, I think. So we've got it's a range to be melee matchup. We have seen the Echo come out, I believe, once from Co.
And it doesn't provide you good engage or disengage either. I think if they had like a Janna Caitlyn here, you can really press the advantage. And Janna would actually be so good against the Wukong as well.
Oh, they get a nice little flash there, though.
They do get a flash
here. 45 seconds in, getting that flash mid. If they can actually punish that, that's going to be real nice for them. We've seen even like Jarvan has been one of the most picked junglers in this tournament so far. And one of the reasons why is because he can go one camp into gank. And I'll be interested to see if About Blank decides to do something like that and try and get Co ahead on this Echo in the early game. But it looks like we're kind of just going for a fairly standard start here. We can see that the Jarvan has gone for, he's gone and changed his ward out for the
Is this
for the
a
sweeper
substitute bot laner, Amandor?
Yes, so Amandor is their substitute player. He has played a game in support before, but here he is. He's coming in as the bot laner, covering 180 kg bench press. I think his name is. Yeah, I believe so.
Rat in game. It's
rat in game indeed. But yeah, I think as we start to get in game here,
okay, what do you want to see?
What do you want to see from the Troll Patrol to try and get this game going for themselves? I think I assume we will see much of the same from what we've seen in all their other games. It's going to be hard focus pop, get the Lineum ahead if they can. But I mean, you can see the Wukong is pathing that way. He started blue side, so he's going to clear the entire way up top, and he's going to be ready around about 3 minutes to make a gank. But we saw a real nice trade there for the Corki in the mid lane. Yeah, I think Echo's gonna have to base there. He's on like 10% HP in a dream right now.
I mean, that's the electrocute what I told you, like he just gets out traded and he doesn't get to sustain. But
yeah,
level
it
3
looks
game.
like we've got It's first blood. We take that. If you're the MACMOODIES Mandem right now, we did mention when they got that flash there at 45 seconds that this is something that Blank should be looking to punish. And he got it, for sure. We take those, for sure, if you're on blue side right now. It sets the pace for them. It allows someone, Coat was on like 10% HP when that whole kind of thing occurred. So he was kind of looking like he's going to have to base anyway. And now he gets the base with an extra 400 gold in his pocket. You see, he's picked up that Dark Seal, so he's hopefully looking to snowball if he can. But yeah,
nice, very flashing in as well.
as a clean solo kill there for Linium on the Fiora. And I mean, both of their summoners were burnt there. Both of them burnt Flash in that exchange. So I think that's all coming up Millhouse there for Troll Petrol for sure. It doesn't mean that the lane is over by any means, but you know, he's got a little CS lead. He's got the kill as well. And we got some kind of trade here. Central Leader takes a lot of damage here. Oh, Blank takes the turret shot too. Toki trying to get that second kill. They're gonna have to leave it with just one there. So Amondor here now all alone. 3 members of MACMOODIES. Are they gonna make anything happen, or are they just gonna let him clear the wave? Looks like he is gonna get out here. And auto count says
still getting out traded here.
Yeah, I think it's to be expected, no? It's just the kind of the nature of the range to be melee matchup, I think, is Corki just gets to trade on you for free most of the time. And yeah, like you said, with the Electrocute, he doesn't have Electrocute. He has Conqueror. We're tripping, dude.
The Corki has Conqueror, but Echo has Electrocute.
Oh,
so
right.
He
okay.
likely doesn't have second wind, so he can't actually sustain through the Corki poke early in the game.
Yeah. No, that's 100%
he is kind of in kill range. Echo does a crazy amount of damage early.
Yeah, he does. We'll see if something happens there. Doesn't quite land the E, so nothing's going to happen there. So, again, just a rough one here. But luckily, the CS lead is not that bad for him right now. He's only down like 4 CS, and now that the Corki has to come back without TP, he's probably going to lose a couple minions to the turret, and that's gonna equal up that CS difference. Which, if you're in that melee versus range matchup, is something you want for sure. What were you gonna say?
2-level lead already in the top lane here.
Yeah, it's a hard time. You can see the CS difference is starting. We've got 2 long swords versus a Vamp Scepter. I can't say I'm surprised. Like I said, I think Linium is probably one of the better top laners, if not the best top laner in the tournament. And we can see here that looks like Wukong's kind of he's focusing on his farming, but it does let the Mandem get their first neutral objective here completely free of charge. We still have, I think, a good little 10 seconds before the grubs come up. But with okay, never mind. Is this a kill? This is going to be a kill. This has to be, right? Gonna be flash burn.
Q.
Yeah,
okay,
there we go. There we go. And that's feat of warfare here for the Mandem. I'm here sitting there watching the minimap. Meanwhile, we got combat going on the main screen. I had to buck up my ideas. God damn.
I think it's still fine for Troll Petrol. Their late game is so insanely strong with the Valkyries and the Corki. And Wukong just kind of gets a free game.
Yeah, Wukong is currently, 3 camp lead. He's chilling. He hasn't had much impact on the map yet, but he doesn't care about that. He wants to have Cyclone before he starts having an impact on the map. And then once he has that, it's so easy for him to do it. Every time his ultimate's up, he's going to be looking for aggressive fights. You can see Ko here. We've got 4-man play going on Amandor. Flag and drag is a miss, but Central is going to try and jump in, stand by me aggressively. Gonna maybe get the lock up on Wilbur. Amandor's gonna go down for Ko. Oh, comes out. Easy 2 kills. 5-1 here. 4 Mandem. Okay, MACMOODIES are... I think this is the most we've seen the Trolls be down at this point in the game. You know, it's still early game, and like you said, they have late. Z-Man might be caught out here, though. He's, you know, we've got 2 stacks here on the passive. Not gonna mean anything, though, having that full health bar
down here as well.
Saved. Do you think, I mean, his CS isn't too bad, but yeah, like you said, the level lead, I feel like Linium, I don't know if we can check the XP on him, but he's probably close to level 8 at this point, right? So we are going to just maintain that 2-level lead here in the top lane, which is going to be a thorn in the side of MACMOODIES Mandem, I think. They're going to have a real hard time dealing with this Fiora as we move into the later stages of the game. You know, we mentioned in Champ Select that their game plan, realistically, is going to be to try and get a pick. And one person who'd be super easy for them to pick if he wasn't ahead is the Fiora, because Fiora's going to probably try and do like a 4-1 situation, right? Like they're going to try and isolate and drag as many members as they can. And we can see Ko here getting good damage onto Z-Man. 3-0 right now and 4 stacks on that Dark Seal means he hits like a truck at 8 minutes in the game. But here, Johnny's in the bush. He's trying to do bush gaming, bush mechanics, but Nothing's gonna come of it, and he loses about a third of his health bar just for the idea.
Colette from behind is miserable.
Agreed. It is a rough time, and he is definitely behind right now. Could we flash the gold for everyone just so we can see what the gold difference is in each lane right now?
Oh, so 1k
So yeah,
on
there
mid.
we go.
Almost
1k
1K on
mid,
top
so
lane.
yeah, Ko's got a decent lead here, even though the CS numbers are the same. That's the 3 kills coming in hot. Negligible gold lead in the jungle, even though Jarvan has had significantly more impact. That is just, you know, like you said, Wukong's been given a free game. He's been allowed to farm up, so he's chilling. And then in the bot lane, we do actually have a 1k gold lead going for the Caitlyn. So Caitlyn is looking real strong.
I'm gonna kill and plenty of plates here, so I'm gonna get another one.
Yeah. For sure. Locked
that's
up,
a nice stun
big
though.
ultimate. Nice, there we go.
Oh my god, actually turns it around. Fiora going in here, getting 3 vitals, gonna get 4.
It's gonna be a dead.
Like
It's gonna be it. Nothing was gonna happen there. Yeah, I think that's, again, we're just seeing that the top lane is a rough part here for the game of MACMOODIES MANDEM. But I mean, they're playing around their bot side real well right now. You know, they're getting all of those plates, all of that gold onto Toki, who generally speaking has been one of the better players on MACMOODIES MANDEM. In the Summer Invitational last year, he was essentially their star player. They always played around him. They would always sack top side and funnel gold into their bot laner. But for the Winter Open, I'd argue that Ko and Johnny have definitely done a lot more in their last 2 series. Not more than Toki, but, you know, more than they would have in the Summer Invitational. And so, you know, they've kind of diversified their plan from being a bit of a little one-trick pony to, we can play the bot as they are here, but Ko is still real strong.
Right.
He's has to burn the ult to live there, though. That's not what you want to see.
He was taking so much punishment, though, for seemingly no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, he ate most of that, the what's it called, the Gatling gun, I believe, right? The
Gatling gun and,
the Corki E.
Q.
Yeah. Yeah, he ate pretty much all of it, and you saw that's kind of why that trade didn't go well for them, even though he does have a level lead right now. Have a nice little trade here. Top side, get the grubs on the side of Troll Petrol, and then we, again, focusing on that little gold lead they have here in the bot side. They're going to get that second Drake, get themselves ever so slightly closer to the Dragon's Soul, of which we now know is an Infernal Soul. Who do we feel like that benefits more out of these 2 comps? I think probably Troll Petrol, right?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be the Poe comp first.
Yeah.
Echo going in here. Going
we
in
got 2 fights.
Wonder. Oh my god, ace in the hole. So much damage there.
Look how much damage Secluded Pathos did there on his own, though. And
Yeah.
okay!
Got headshotted.
Look at that confidence with a headshot there. God damn. Toki popping
Shooting the
off.
monkey
He
out
does
of the
have that
trees.
collector. Yeah, yeah, for real. I like the little bait there that you could see Wukong that he stood still, made it look like he had W'd away. But it didn't mean anything because he ended up dying in the end anyway. And yeah, you gotta be real happy to see this 4-0 Caitlyn right now with a over 30 CS lead. Yep. If you are the MACMOODIES MANDEM right now, I think you know, solid 4k gold lead is looking real good for them.
I like the priority also from MACMOODIES, just ran it down bot lane. They had to give up 6 grubs though, which is hopefully gonna benefit the Fiora a lot. She's really gonna be a problem later on.
Agreed. I think she's a problem now. I mean, you know, she's got that Ravenous Hydra finish. She's going to be pushing things. And here we go into a replay. We're going to get to see that 2v3 here. So just look at the damage there. It popped so aggressively. And then we have the Cyclone come out here by the Wukong. And yeah, Flash had to get burnt there, but double kill for the Caitlyn. You love to see it. Strong as hell right now. Picked up the Swifties. You can see they've locked in their feats of strength, so they do have the triumphant boots as opposed to regular boots. And you know, we're halfway towards that second item with the BF sword in tow. So, and we can see that overloading the top lane here. Awkwardly, there's no objective to fight over, but you know, Just getting more plates here onto Toki sounds like a real good idea. Nice buffer there by Blank to get himself to safety. He did get locked up by the E from Poppy, but he was able to flag and drag just a second or so before it happened. And so even though he was stunned, he still got out. Yeah, he's gonna die here. This is looking rough. That ultimate didn't even do much. Healing comes out for Linium. True damage, just gonna pop him. That's 0-3 now on the Kled. And it's a rough excursion here. Yeah, that damage off the ultimate there is so high. Tanks that Q to the face though. This is the thing. Even though not Linium, so even though Amandor is 0-2 right now, he does still hurt. You know, Vel'Koz is a burst champion by nature, and so even though he's not massively behind, well, he's about 1k behind. As we see this dive, he's gonna go down again. They didn't even engage. Everyone. Yeah, they didn't even engage that. They just showed up, and the enemy team just walked towards Caitlyn, and then Caitlyn went, "Hey, yeah, say no more." Dunk, dunk, death. God damn. And that's
from the side there.
We are still on a 4k gold lead here. But,
can I see the gold on this Caitlyn? That has to be like 4k on the Caitlyn.
There's got to be something big for sure. 6-0. Yeah, they had 1.5k in the bank, but 7k in total. In comparison to 3.9 on Vel'Koz. God damn, that is nearly double. Yeah, nearly double his gold. That's going to be like a whole item, essentially. Yeah, well, I mean, it is a whole item. We can see that Vel'Koz hasn't even finished his first item. We do see that key Triforce here coming out on the Wukong. He literally just got it, so now he's going to be looking to make some major impact with that on that one item spike. But if we just kind of check everybody's items here just to see where everybody's at, we can see Triforce is completed for Corki, for Wukong. We can see second item being worked on for Caitlyn, second item being worked on for the Fiora. And then in terms of people that haven't finished their first items yet, I mean, to the surprise of no one right now, Kled obviously hasn't finished his first item. And we did just see Malignance get bought here for the Vel'Koz.
Also, interesting choice of boots on the Vel'Koz there. Symbiotic Souls.
Yeah, it allows, I guess, is it similar logic to the mid lane Cho'Gath build we've been seeing a lot, right? Just the ability to get around and just abuse movement speed in general is super strong. And yeah, we can see he's trying to get some poke out here. Gonna land a little bit onto Toki, but he takes a beating for it. About a third of his HP bar goes out here. But
going over here.
The Cyclone, he's onto 2. Is he gonna be able to do anything here? Ultimate comes out by Amandor, is gonna kill Jarvan easily. Second half of the Cyclone comes out onto Toki. Toki's gonna die. Shut down onto the Wukong. That's that Triforce in action right there. Big damage coming out from the Monkey King.
For so long, just to get
yeah. That must have been like maybe half a second left on it or something. And we can see Johnny here on the Kled. He's here, but like he can't do anything. And that's gonna be third dragon is gonna be claimed here by the side of Troll Petrol. Gonna completely turn off that soul timer. And here we go to a replay here. We're gonna see, just watch the Wukong. Easy access onto the backline. Logs them up. You know, Braum tries his hardest. Central Eater does what he can. Flash comes in. Second part of the Cyclone. Caitlyn's going nowhere. Braum, he got to his turret, abandoned the AD carry there, which is, you know, I guess it was probably going to be a double kill if he didn't. Now he's trying to save this turret, but he is not going to be successful. And I think Z-Man's just going to walk it out. Unfortunate.
In the meantime, Ko did try to push out the top lane and get another tower. So he wasn't there to participate in the fight at all. Did pick up some gold though, and he is quite strong on Echo as well.
Yeah, the Echo is good. We can see right now he's got 2 components waiting to go into his second major item. Again, I'm not a mid laner, so I can't remember off the top of my head what the Aether Wisp in Needlessly Large Rod would build into here. Nor do I play Echo to know. It's a Lichbane, yeah? Oh yeah, they've removed. I forget that Sheen is no longer a part of Lichbane.
No, it is. You go Aether Wisp, Large Rod, and Sheen, but Sheen is just straight ass to buy.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, ignore me. Ko getting caught out here again. Oh,
he should be fine though on Echo.
Yeah, with the ultimate, he made enough distance there. I think he's okay. And now About Blank is here trying to make this a 2v1. We'll see if they can actually make anything happen here. Big shield comes out for Ko. Linium caught 3 members here. Now they're going to lock him up. Big shutdown onto About Blank. We haven't really spoken too much about the Jarvan in this game. He is down 20 CS, but he is 2-1-7 right now. He has been a part of 9 of his team's 11 kills. And that hard focus that he put on the bot lane is a major reason why they're ahead right now. And he is, we see Ko go down there, kind of gets caught out. But in response, they're going to drop that Shelly and get a nice, is that their first turret? No, that's their 4th turret, in fact. And
yeah, they have a lot of towers. Oh, good Poppy coming out.
Yeah, Poppy sending both of them out. Is he going to get to them though? Nah, it looks like they're going to just base. Yeah, he's going to leave it. It is what it is.
J4 does have 7 assists, but he is kind of the job security jungler, where you just throw down your flag and you get assists, so you'll never look bad on the champ.
I suppose. I don't feel like that's been the case in this game. I feel like in most of the fights with he's been very active on the map. And considering one thing we've said in Champ Select was that we were worried that he isn't going to be able to achieve much. I think, you know, having that really high kill participation is a testament to Blank's early game engagement here, you know. We'll see if he can, now that he has the Sundered Sky in the inventory, see if he can keep that going into the late game. Because I think, again, as we get more 5v5s, his job does get harder and harder here. You know, flag drag is going to be even harder to land every time that Poppy's around. W is going to run a shorter cooldown as she begins to rank it up. So, and we can
if anything, it's actually been the Poppy that hasn't done a lot in this game so far. 1 assist.
Yeah, 0-4 on 1
is
on
the
the
lowest
Poppy
rank in this game, so it's not that big of a shame.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not even actually 100% sure what Elo Wilbur is off the top of my head, but we do see they have the Deadman's plate. And Toki's going to get... Oh my god, look at the damage! Holy god damn. Yeah, this fight's over for the Mandem. They can't do anything. All their gold is in the fucking grave right now. It's so rough. About Blank gets caught. He gets the flag drag out. Ko does lock up 3 people on a stun there.
Huge damage on Echo.
Not enough damage though. So rough. Johnny's gonna drop off the Scold here. Ooh, big shot. That was a big kill there by Ko. But now he's on the back foot. Are they gonna be able to turn this around? I don't even know. Linium is gonna kill Johnny here. Then Blank is gonna get the kill onto Linium though. And Amondor is dead here. The Echo is big. And that is mid lane and jungle standing. Double kill for the Jarvan. I think that we mentioned the Sundered Sky there about like maybe 20 seconds or so before. I think that's probably the big difference maker in the damage here for Jarvan that's allowed him to, you know, I think make the difference in that fight and secure that double kill there. Z-Man wasn't in the fight though. It was a 4v5 and he got that tier 2 turret. Tier 2 turret top. So, you know, he's farming it up. Again, he's the late game carry, right? So he's chilling right now. His team isn't chilling, but he's chilling. Yeah, it's a rough one. I mean, at that point, if I was the Mandem, I would have disengaged. So congratulations to them in knowing that once the Kled comes and once the 3-man stun lands there, you know, they lock up 3 guys, that they can still take this fight. There's a level of mastery there, especially in the Echo, to know that you can get something.
Absolutely popping off there.
Oh god. Oh, we missed a whole situation here around this dragon. So, okay, here we go, Cyclone on the 4.
Into the Wukong.
Central EO just gets decimated. And, oh no, damn. Popped there on the end of that fight was the Jarvan. But, god damn, Ko's trying his hardest to get away here, but these are 2 very mobile champions. I don't think Ko gets away from this. Yeah, he's done. Shut down there. Onto the Fiora, which is a real bad time. You know, he's got... How much was... Oh, we're going to get a replay here. Nice. So yeah, this is what we didn't see. So we could see that the Troll Petrol boys secure their second Drake. Cataclysm comes out. And this is a big, real messy fight. Wilbert lands the hammer onto 1, gets him sent out. And then Cyclone into Amandor's ultimate is just enough to just rinse the enemy team. You add Gatling gun into the mix, and this is what we said. The 5v5s are gonna be troll patrols every time.
Yeah. Ooh,
not even thinking about the fact that they're you know, they're strong right now. But Johnny took so much damage. He's gonna go down. Linium is a monster in this game, dude. God damn. 06,
that's some
we got Titanic Hydra and a
I've never
page.
seen one.
Yeah, god damn. 2 items as well. Third Triforce here on the side of Troll Petrol. You know, they're Triforcing it all the way to the bank. It looks like Amandor's caught here, though. That's big boy damage coming out of Ko. Getting a nice little kill there. Line his pockets and send Amandor to the fountain for another 35 seconds. But I think a consolation prize when you think about how the team fights are going.
Yeah, Echo's tried so hard to carry this game with the Jarvan. If anything, I think Toki has been kind of letting down after being 6-0 and just getting caught 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that his, you know, the gold that he had in the beginning of the game, like the early game advantages they were able to accrue, he's not had as much impact as one would hope. But also, he's been getting caught out by Secluded Pathos and Linium a lot. Like, the ability to just invis to the backline so comfortably, it makes it really hard for someone like the Braum to protect Toki. It makes it, and no one else on the team is there to protect this Caitlyn, right? They haven't built a comp that's designed for that. Their comp is designed to go in, and Caitlyn is just supposed to sit in the back. Like, Braum is there kind of as a little bit of a failsafe, but like realistically, if he can't save her, no one can. And that's what we've seen in these team fights. The impact has been really, like minimal, because they just haven't been able to keep her alive for that long. And
good catch here.
Damage. Woo!
Yeah.
Shutdown there on Z-Man. That is a really nice. That's the win condition. That's the win condition they need right there, is getting those kind of picks and getting, now they have a man advantage. They can try and maybe do something around this objective, because it's harder for Troll Petrol to even think about fighting, because they know they're going down with, like, I don't know how much gold Corky has right now, but he's on 3 items. So we're talking at least like 8, 9k in his pockets. So 8 to 9k of the gold they have is in the fountain. So, you know, and it looks like they're going to do a Baron for tier 2 trade. Johnny can't really stop Linium right now. Look at the damage.
No one can stop Fiora anymore.
Woo! That is rough. 9, 2, and 6. And we can see it looks like he's building a death stance as well. God damn. This Fiora is a monster.
They do have the Baron now, but I don't think they can accomplish anything with it when it's 4v5.
Yeah, I agree.
You're gonna get caught up.
Not only
if there's any esport enthusiasts out there, Blank and Co are just putting on their best Damwon Kia performance right now. Showmaker Canyon, mid jungle duo.
Yeah, I agree. They're doing the most right now. You know, we can see it. There's a 2-level lead in the mid lane. Co is, even though he's only 10 CS up, like 7-2-2 versus 3-3-5, especially as we said in the melee versus ranged matchup, is massively impressive on the side of Co. But I don't know, man. We keep finding ourselves in these 5v5s, and the side of the comp of Troll Petrol just is, it leans towards stronger 5v5s. You know, looks like they don't know Wilbur's in there. But
no anti-heal at all yet against Sundered Sky on Wukong and just Fiora in general.
Yeah, Fiora in general does heal quite a lot. As soon as she got, oh god, we got that.
Oh no!
Straight onto the backline by the Wukong. Big ultimate here from Amandor. Gonna make sure at least Toki goes down. And oh, Ko looks like he's going down too. And that's most of their team's gold here. Wilbur's gonna miss the ultimate onto Johnny, but Johnny's just gonna get locked up. There's no way he can go. He's going straight back to his base. Double kill here onto the 2-item Vel'Koz. And that's a 3rd dragon here. You know, in the early game, we mentioned that it was really nice that MACMOODIES were able to lock up 2 dragons and put themselves close to Soul Point. But it hasn't meant anything, because ever since Troll Petrol have decided to fight for the dragons, MACMOODIES can't fight for it. They just get shut down. There's so many really clutch engages are coming out of this Wukong and making it impossible for them to even do anything. And we're going to go for a replay here. We're going to see it's completely unchecked.
In this fight here.
they didn't even... He was so close to their backline, and they didn't seem to know where he was. It seems like they had no tracking on him at all. And I think, again, when we know that Troll Petrol are looking for these 5v5s, he's that person you need to keep an eye on, right? And yeah, it's kind of a wrap from there. You know, what can you do? He's sitting on 3 items now too, but I mean, to be fair, so is Jarvan, but Frozen Heart is kind of a cheat item. Like, it's super cheap. And so in comparison to having the Sundered Sky and the Cleaver on Wukong, which is going to allow Wukong with the Cyclone. Cyclone applies Cleaver as quick as anything, man. It can fully stack that Cleaver in like a second, if that. Especially if he layers his other skills in there. So it's, yeah, I think this Wukong, if they get 1 or 2 more really good fights set up with him, then, you know, the equal gold is going to mean nothing. And especially with the 6 grubs as well.
Already looking quite doomed here for MACMOODIES. It's going to be so hard to peel off this Wukong.
Yeah, I agree. That I don't think it's doomed, but it's becoming harder and harder to execute their game plan. Because
I mean, the Wukong has 1 item.
Yeah, the Wukong is real big right now. The Fiora is real big right now. And every single time they find themselves in a scuffle, Amandor is like a mile away and he pops off. So he gets the ult from complete safety. Meanwhile, we see the Fiora just destroy the Echo. He gets away just about, but that's only because the entire of the MACMOODIE Mandem are coming to try and shut down this Fiora.
Actually.
No, I think, yeah, with the flash burnt there, and the knockup misses. Cataclysm can't stop him. The stun does come through though, and they do get the shutdown. But look at the base. 3 members of Troll Petrol are getting free reign on this bot tier 3, and they're about to probably get the inhibitor too. And Johnny, he's 0-8. All he's got is a Titanic Hydra. What's he gonna do? He can't stop him.
Transition to mid here. They can just get mid as well. Echo's still top. I don't think there's anything to stop Troll Petrol here.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do right now, man.
I actually decide not to keep pushing.
Real hard. I feel the MACMOODIES Mandem right now. Like, you know, they're still sticking to their game plan because the game plan is get a pick. But the problem is, that's a 3.5 item Fiora. You can't just pick her. That's not easy. And Ko's taking real big damage here. Turns it for a shutdown though. Gets the Monkey King off the rift. And they get 2 here. Can they translate this into anything? The Toki just pops her! Yo! The Poppy got dropped. God damn, 077 there. It's like a really bad James Bond. Like dyslexic James Bond or something. But, you know, we're on the inhibs here for MACMOODIES. And this is a really weird turn of events. We've kind of been slandering them for the last minute or 2, saying the game looked doomed. But now they've got the same number of inhibs down. Yeah, they stuck to the game plan. They found 2 picks there. Wukong got a little too big for his boots and got popped by Echo. You know, is this like lore accurate Echo, by the way? Isn't he? What's his name? Like the boy that who saved time or something? He's trying to save time for Mandem. Ah, there we go. Oh yeah, I ain't shattering anything in this game right now, but you know, he's trying to do an Arcane Season 2 right now. And save this game. Oh god damn, look at that damage out of the Caitlyn. So this is what happens when Wukong isn't hardwired focused on trying to kill that Caitlyn. When Caitlyn gets to exist freely, she pops people with those 4 items. You know, she's got, what is that? We've got the Collector, we've got the Opportunity, we've got the IE. She's got big damage. She just can't live in team fights to actually use it. And this is a completely free Baron here. I don't know if that was just because they had no vision or they decided to let it go, but...
MACMOODIES was too concerned establishing vision on the soul right here because it's going to be a soul for Troll Petrol, and they just kind of gave Baron with that.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see here. Because now, if there is a bad fight, we got 6 grubs, Baron, all sitting on that Troll Petrol lineup right now, right? Fiora on the 4-1 can probably just eviscerate any turret she gets on. You know, with a Baron buffed wave and with the 6 grubs and just being Fiora, a 4 item Fiora at that. She is,
as well.
yeah. turrets are going to be paper to this champion. So, you know, we need to make sure for the entirety of this Baron buff, if you're the MACMOODIES Mandem, not a soul goes down. Everybody needs to not be on gray screen. Like, if you're on gray screen, you're losing the game for us. Because with a man disadvantage and knowing that you can't really team fight them anyway, it's dangerous for sure. Luckily for them, though, it looks like we are in a kind of, we have entered a transitional period, you know, where things are neutral, things are chill, and we're just setting up waves for Troll Petrol. Looks like they're going to be trying to secure that tier 3 in the top lane, as the next wave is going to probably crash. We've got 4 members committed up here, and the Fiora on her own in the mid lane, just trying to make as much pressure as she can. Johnny's 3 levels down right now, nearly 100 CS, getting Flame Horizon. He can't protect this turret. The team's come out to try and maybe help, but now Fiera's going to take that turret. And now they've only got their Nexus turrets to save him. This is rough, man. And look, because they're now forced into their base, they can't really secure a pick because there's no space for them to find that pick. If they fight, the enemy team is always like a couple a second away, essentially. Especially with the mobility on Corki and on Wukong and on Fiora. If you choose to engage on anyone not named them, they just get to you. And now we're in a 5v5, and MACMOODIES don't win these 5v5s, you know? Even though there is literally no gold lead here, it is dead even here. I mean, we got like 1k gold lead, but at 35 minutes, that's negligible, you know?
That means nothing.
Yeah, we're nearly at 70k gold, like, you know, 1k is nothing here. And we see that second inhib is going to go down. Engage here from the MACMOODIES Mandem. They're going to get Wukong. They're going to try and get something else. All the big damage from the Echo is going to shut down the Vel'Koz. Linium's trying to make something happen here, but Linium is going to the fountain. About Blank's going to trade his life here to keep the backline away from him, but they're going to get Corki. That's a triple kill on Ko. God damn. He is trying his damnedest. Look, you can see the pings here. They're like, hey, run to the base, run to the base. We got to do something. We got to make something happen here. Everybody's dead. It's just a poppy. We could do something, right? But the wave's just not quite there, and I think no, they can't. They can't. Yeah, Wukong's gonna be up soon. They don't have waves in the enemy base yet. Meanwhile, enemies have waves in their base. You know, Fiora has TP up, and Corki has TP up. If they don't clear that wave bot side, like they could just TP in and end the game. And we can see Johnny does actually go back to try and make sure. No, I don't think they will. I think the fact that Johnny's cleared the wave now, and that their waves aren't synchronized. So, you know, the bot lane one is going to crash, and then the top lane one is going to crash. And we can see there's no super minions in that bot lane wave. So that means the bot lane inhib is coming back up. So, yeah, I think they saved their TPs for probably a more useful time. And if you're Troll Patrol right now, you're looking, you roll as a 5-man death squad, no? You just roll as a bull. You do like a Super Katamari situation.
I think you just say a couple mean words to the Wukong there for overstepping and just reset. Try to get a good pick this time of full HP.
Yeah, I agree. The game is still in their hands if they can get one more 5v5, because there is no base to protect anymore from the side of MACMOODIES Mandem. They can't save. There's nothing to save. They just have Nexus turrets, you know. So if they lose a fight, the game ends. Nexus turrets do respawn, and their inhib bot side should respawn at some point. But
this guy,
Johnny's caught out. Oh no! Why even flash, bro? I don't think that was a wise choice there. 0, 9, and 7 on the Kled. He does just about have 2 items now, and we can see he's building towards that Thornmail. He's finally got some anti-heal, but god damn, it might be too little, too late.
Poor top laner right there.
Yeah, he's rough times.
Oh
half the HP there off
ace
of
in the
him.
hole.
Yeah, big ace in the hole for sure. And that's going to be on a fairly short cooldown. We can already see he's got about 15% of the way back. So he might be able to pop that again in the next like minute or so. Nice lockup by Wilbert. It's going to keep Amanda alive for a couple seconds more. But About Blank makes sure that it isn't that much longer. He's going to pick that up. Flag drag onto 2. Z-Man's taking big damage. Cyclone comes out to save the Corki. Are they going to be able to kill Blank? I think Blank goes down here.
Oh,
he tried to flag and drag onto Fiora, but it wasn't enough. Their turrets are down though. Fiora was able to just kill those while the team were fighting. We didn't see it on the map because the screen was focusing on the combat, right? But Fiora just took those Nexus turrets like it was nothing. And now, if they can do some kind of, you know, we're looking for like a kind of X-Peke, we might get our third backdoor of the entire tournament today. It will be the second backdoor that occurred in a MACMOODIES game too. Z-Man gonna pop here? No, Ko's gonna get the ultimate out, gonna keep himself safe. 13, 4, and 6 on this Echo. Oh, never mind. We're gonna come back here, see the replay. We're gonna see what exactly happened in this fight here. Yeah, we can see Ko tries. Look at the shielding, by the way. There's a huge shield on the Echo. And yeah, look, we're split, right? Several members of MACMOODIES go to try and stop Linium. Meanwhile, Jarvan is kind of on his own, fighting two people. He's gonna have to go down. They at least get the Wukong in response, which is nice. But
oh, Echo pops Corki again here.
Just another one. That is... I don't think they can do anything, though, is the problem. This is the thing we're seeing here. Is like, MACMOODIES MANDEM are able to... I mean, they have a 4K gold lead right now. Again, negligible because we're so late in the game. Oh, it was even like 2 minutes ago. And now, ever since the entire base of theirs has been gone, and Troll Petrol need to keep running into them to try and do anything, they've been able to just catch people out and get kills and picks, and it's allowed them to get a gold lead again, even though it doesn't really mean much. And the thing that sucks is when they get these things, when they get these kills, they can't translate it into anything. You know, they haven't been able to actually jump in. Wow, that's a big kill. No. Unlock into death. Doesn't even get his ultimate off. Cyclone onto 2 Central Eater. Looks like he's going to go down. Wukong got bursted, though. Linium taking a lot of damage. The Sterak gauge is going to pop. He's going to use his invulnerability. But we can't see what happens to him because we have to watch Johnny. So it is what it is. They do stop the Baron, though. That's something.
Yeah, but they also have to protect their base, as the base is falling to the supers.
Yeah, double super minions is a real problem, and they do have to stop it. But I mean, I think you can stand proud if you're the MACMOODIES MANDEM in that fight, right? Yeah. We're going to see that fight again here, and we see that not all of the members. Yeah, he takes so much damage so quickly. The CC lock is so strong. And then, luckily, Johnny is able to stop Amandor from finishing his ultimate. They're able to just burst the Wukong. The Wukong takes so much damage. And now Linium is going to get himself away. You know, About Blank commits way harder to it, but his team can't follow him. And so they end up just leaving it there. Everybody falls back. Nobody gets the Baron. And we do have 3 respawn inhibitors here for the Mandem. So... their Nexus turrets are going to respawn soon. Their inhibitors are respawn soon. If they can win a fight, they might actually be able to achieve something in the next minute or two. But Johnny is just going to walk into a bush. Death bush. As if you haven't died enough.
He does get out.
Yeah, it has to burn the ultimate here. They know, look at the TP. They know it's there. They know he's going to get caught. No. He got busted. God damn. Big ultimate's gonna just hit one, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna go down, and that's the hero of MACMOODIES MANDEM in this game. He's dead, and he's dead for a minute. He's gone for 55, 54 more seconds. It's gonna be rough. There's gonna be a 3 Baron at least. Push into the base. Probably at least one of the inhibs are gonna go down. They're probably gonna collect all 3 inhibs again. Let's be real. The Fiora is just that strong right now. Woo! Z-Man took so much damage there. Is so high, but he's caught. And the Cataclysm's holding him in there. He can't even get away. Oh my god, it's a wreck. And this is what we were saying. One bad fight for the MACMOODIES MANDEM means they die. Troll Patrol,
that's gonna be game.
It ain't happened yet. It ain't happened yet, but I can assure you it's gonna be game. Well, we got 13 seconds on the Echo. He might get back up
there from the Echo.
Yeah, agreed. Also, look at this visual bug, by the way. It looks like the turrets are still alive, but they aren't. The game's trolling. God damn.
Riot is very busy. Just give them some slack, man. They have to implement more gacha mechanics.